Welcome into sports. I'm Gerhard Mathangani, joined by Chase Robinson here in Hoover for the fourth and final session of SEC Media Days. And I'll tell you what, it's been a great 3 days, and today was the fourth day, capped off with the Georgia Bulldogs, the Ole Miss Rebels, as well as LSU.
That's right, and let's start with Georgia. They went 10-3 last season, finishing second in the East. It's been 3 years since the Dogs have played for the SEC Championship, and senior linebacker Jordan Jenkins knows how they will have to approach the season in order to get to Atlanta.
Our goal every year is always to make it to the SEC, win the SEC East, go to the SEC Championship, and move on to the Natty. But knowing that we got so close my freshman year, all those years ago, I mean, it just definitely it fuels you and drives you to get back to there, get back to the Dome and win it, and actually win and walk away with that championship.
Mark Richt going into his 15th year as head coach at Georgia with a 78-34 record with the Bulldogs. And the two-time SEC Coach of the Year told us where his focus is for this season.
You know, my focus is always on the process of getting there. You know, are we doing the right things in our preparation as coaches and players to get where we want to go? And that's where my focus is.
Last season was a swinging pendulum for Ole Miss. After starting the year 7-0 with the #1 ranking in the country, the Rebels struggled late, losing 4 of their last 6. The season as a whole did 2 things for Hugh Freeze and his team. One, it served as motivation to rebound and finish the season. It also proved to them they can truly run with the best in the country.
I'm a big picture guy, and there's no question that we have taken this program in 3 years further than I thought possible. I didn't like the ending of last year, but if you look at the big picture, to win 9 games in year 3 and be in a New Year's 6 bowl, we certainly have we've upped the expectation level, but no one's going backwards, and this is certainly not a cupcake league. So just because you have the talent and enough to win it doesn't mean you will. But do we have enough talent to win? Yes.
Oxford native Trey Elston decided to hold off on the NFL and return for his senior season. With Elston back, the Rebels have talent and experience in the secondary. Seems like just yesterday he was making his pledge to head to Oxford, Mississippi. And while it's been an up and down road, Free says he's been made better because of it.
He will be one of the anchors of that back end for us. That he started ever since he's been there, and Trey has matured and has made mistakes, just like a lot of kids do. And one of the reasons I have a great job is I get a chance to help kids navigate life and learn from decisions that they made. And Trey would sit here today and say he made some that are not so great, but hopefully we've navigated those and they won't happen again.
Ole Miss will start the year September 5th in a home game against UT Martin.
For LSU, after last season's 8-3 record, the Tigers want to get themselves back in a position for a 10-win season. As Coach Les Miles heads into his 11th season in Baton Rouge, he told us what it will take to get back to where they were.
What we need to do to improve is just to get great quarterback play and receiving play, continue to run the football, play the defense that we've played in the past, with the fact that we'll get a little more turnovers. Our special teams are back intact. I don't want to freshen up things so much that I change the script for what's been 103 victories in 10 years.
Since making the national championship game in 2012, LSU has lost 2 or more SEC games in each of the last 3 seasons. Several players are now in the NFL, including former Oxford star Quan Alexander, but the players say they believe that a big season is on the way.
And I've been at LSU for 4 years now. I'm on my 4th year, and there's something special about this team. Every championship team has something that's different, and this team has a togetherness and a family brotherhood that I haven't seen since I got here, and it's something special. And like you said, in those players-only meetings and stuff like that, we just talk about having each other's back, outworking every guy, outworking your own teammate to fight each other to be the best you can be.
Leonard Fournette took the SEC by storm in his freshman season, and today he took Media Day by storm with this suit.
It's an unusual color that he would wear. We're not necessarily built for style in red.
I know you won't like the red, so I got on the plane. He said, Leonard, if I had a can of spray paint, I'd spray your whole uniform purple.
It's not that I don't like red, but I just really don't like red.
The truth is, it was on sale, y'all. It was on sale, and I didn't want to pay a lot of money for a suit. And I asked him, I said, do I look good? He said, you do. I said, well, that's what matters, Coach, even though he was kind of mad with me.
For the first time in the 23-year history of the poll, the media is divided on the divisional champion and the overall SEC champion. We'll explain.
Alabama picked to win the West because they had more total votes, Auburn finishing second, but Auburn picked up 108 first-place votes, which made them the champion.
So the Tigers are the champions predicted by the media. Over in the East, Georgia comes in first, followed by Tennessee. It should be noted that just 5 times since 1992, the SEC media has picked the actual champion correctly.